Give me a cue. I'll get this road on the show. We'll get the road on the show.
Don't trip over the mic anyway.
Well, things like that happen, you know, and I trip over my phone. Gentlemen, on your marks. That's what it looks like.
Matty, you share this.
I will, yeah. Once he goes live, I'll take it up.
Are you going live on yours?
I'm gonna put it on ACST and I can share it. Yeah. Oh, you can do that? Okay.
Well, I can't stream it there, but I can
Yeah.
put the link up.
No, just share the link. Yeah.
That's just as good.
Set up.
And he's watching comments, you're watching comments, right?
I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'll pop up his share so I can.
Good, because I haven't set that up yet,
Yeah.
so I'm
No,
not
I
going to
got
take the time to do it.
Felt like Hot Hand Canaan from friggin' Little Giants.
Well, if you get it stuck on
Yeah.
your shirt and you fall down,
Yeah.
we'll know if you're alive.
We're going live. Posted on Facebook. You guys have a hot mic. Go for it.
Good evening, Candlepin fans. This is Dan Castle from Ryan's Family Amusements in Millis, and tonight we have a special playoff match with the A-South division is playing for the championship. So at the beginning of the season, we started with 16 bowlers who bowled 18 matches. We ended up with 8 that made the playoffs, 4 made the second round, and now we're down to 2. I'm here with veteran bowlers Matt Rich and Dan Esdale, and let's meet the bowlers. So on the left is our number 2 seed, Tim Douglas. Tim is from Alley Cat Lanes in Kingston, Mass. He has a 120.44 average, and his record for the year was 180 and 72. And on the right is Justin Waters, the number 1 seed for the year, with a 202 to 50 record. He bowls out of Millis here, and he has a 127.34 average. So good luck, gentlemen, and the next ball is live. So my color commentators today joining me again are Matt Rich, veteran bowler, longtime bowler with me in many leagues, and Dan Esdale, who is the winner of the B-South Division Championship. And both are excellent bowlers. We'll be providing color commentary. I'll start with the play-by-play. Justin is the home bowler. He prefers to go first, so here's his first ball. Justin's on the head pin and punches out 5 pins. He's left with a clipped spread eagle.
Right on the head pin, just a little too perfect that time. Justin looking to work this out.
Went to the left that time. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. He might have been trying to kick the other 2 over. What do you think, Dan?
No, I've heard the rule that you go, if there's 2 and 3, you go for the 2. I usually don't follow that.
That's a grade 9 out of that.
Yeah.
Real good 9.
That's a 9 there. So the format of today's match is unlike our regular season where the bowlers bowl 5 games, 4 points. They're bowling 5 games, but it's all about total pins today. There's no points for winning a game. The winner is decided by the total at the end of 5 games. And then the winner of this match will go on to meet Keith Beaupre, who is the champion of the North Hague Conference. And Justin throws off to the right. He's on a 3 pin. He just takes out 4. He's left with the 4 horsemen left plus 2.
Justin just a bit off on the head pin there, but if I know anything about Justin, he's going to give this a good run.
On the head pin, yeah. A little full, you know. On production today, we have Micah Imperato, and he's posting this live to Twitch. The recording will be posted on the ACST Facebook page and on the Candlepin Bowling Network. Justin ends up with another 9 box, so he's 18 after 2 boxes. Okay, we're coming into box 3. Justin's throwing about 36 miles an hour so far. On the 3-pin again. And it looked like it was going to be the same leave as before, but the wood took out the 2. How are you going to shoot that, Matt?
Yeah, you know what? That's not so bad. It goes from being almost a half whisker to just, you want to just hit the head pin here and let the wood do its work behind it.
You think the wood might deflect that ball over, Dan? Let's see.
It's quite possible. You gotta be on your object, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he missed to the right, so he's open in the 3rd box, looking at the 1 and a 4 only.
Great 10 out of that.
Nice 10 bucks. So that puts Justin at 28 after 3. 3 open boxes, looking for 2 marks in the next 2 boxes. The bowlers are bowling 5 boxes at a time, starting on lane 18. And after they've both completed their first half, they'll switch over to lane 17 for the second half of each game. We'll repeat this all throughout the match. Justin in a 4th box. On the head pin, a little full. He's got the 7 and 8 left with some wood.
The wood's a little tricky out in front. I think you go right at the 8 pin.
You go straight for the 8-2, Dan?
Oh, that's real tough. Might
Yeah.
try and catch the cap on that back piece.
He has options. There
Yeah,
it goes.
Got the cap, and
Justin got one of them.
that's the first spare of the match. He took the cap and got the 7-8. Open no longer. So now he's at 38 plus a ball in the 4th box. All right, box 5. This is a fill ball. In the right-hand pocket, took out 8, so that leaves him at 46 after 4, and he's got the 4 and the 8 pin to shoot at.
These last 2 boxes, he's really found the head pin well, right in that pocket, in the 1 pocket.
Dan here's keeping track of head pins. Oh!
Just knocked that one out.
Looked like it was going to be an open box, but he's got a spare in the 5th, and Justin Waters will sit down with 56 plus a ball after 5. He had 3 open boxes and 2 spares. And how was his head pin count look, Dan?
3 hits on the head pin, 2 splits to show for it, but he made one of them.
All right, now we get to see Tim Douglas, also known as the Tornado. He's one of the fastest balls in the game, and Tim, as well as Justin, at any moment could throw a huge game at you. On the first ball, on that head pin, and would you believe this? He's got the same lead that Justin had on his first ball, which is a spread eagle minus a 7 pin. He's got some wood here. Where are you going, Matt?
You know, you can go either side. It's really wherever you feel more comfortable. You might want to play the wood side just because it might bounce off the wall and help you a little bit. It was behind, so I don't know if I really want to trust it.
Yeah, he went down the middle. My hunch was that he was trying to pick everything over off the wall. All right, so Tim has a 8 box to start. Open in the first. And his ball speed's too fast to register on the machines here. They only go up to 40. Another head pin hit on box 2, and he's got a split. He's got the 3, 4, and 6 pin, no wood to play with.
I know Tim has consistently been clocked between 44 and 46 miles an hour.
Whoa, what a shot that was. Timmy takes it off the wall and brings it over. That was beautiful. I would have split it. If I was lucky, I might not hit it.
Great shot. Play the inside of the 3 pin, send it off the wall. Perfect.
The fans will see about as good a bowling as you can see nowadays with these guys. So 18 in this ball, and that ball's a 9. So Timmy has 27 after 2. Gives him a 9-pin lead in completed boxes versus Justin. He's got just the 4-pin to shoot out.
Has to be careful of that wood on the right. It's a clean.
Who needs wood? Spare in the 3rd for Tim Douglas. And that's 37 plus a ball after 2. Remember, Justin is at 56 plus a ball after 5. On the head pin, and they all went down. That's a strike. 3 marks in a row. First strike of the match. Tim is hitting early and hitting often.
It's amazing, Dan. You know, both these bowlers, they throw so hard, but they're so accurate.
I had the pleasure of bowling Justin Tuesday night. Let's just say I'm glad it wasn't on video. So Tim's at 57 plus 2 balls going into the 5th box. Oh, he's off the head pin that time. That's okay. He gets 6 to start. A 1, 2. Is that the 5? Yeah. I don't think that's 5. That's 8.
Sorry.
8 and 7. And that's a 9 fill for 66 at 4, and just 1 pin to shoot at. That's uncharacteristic, but a 9 box for Tim for 75. A great start, definitely putting pressure on Justin early. A lot of bowling to go, though. Justin's on a fill. He's at 56 plus this ball. And Tim's at 75. Any comments yet? So on the fill ball, box 6. Justin's on a 3 again. He takes out 7, so that finishes the 5th box of 63. He's got the 1, 2, and 10. Inside, or you're splitting, guys?
Trying to split here. Try and kick the head pin into the 10 pin.
They gave a better up.
Oh, he went the inside. He took the 1 and a 10 and left the 2.
I was gonna say, yeah, you probably want to split the 1 and 2, just to make sure you get the 2.
Yeah.
Justin's ball tails right a little bit though, so that makes sense. It can go that way.
Yeah, I've noticed that he's got the left-right hook, and that's a 9 box for Justin, 72 after 6. So we'll talk a little bit about how these playoffs have gone so far. I've got a few of the stats here, and Dan, you had a great run this year, and you're not done yet.
Not done yet.
We're going to talk about that. Justin in box 7.
Still going.
Oh, there we go. What do you? There's some uncharacteristic slow pin action for Justin. Usually they all go fast, and they all, he took out 8 on that first ball.
Just made that shot a whole lot easier.
Yeah, that looked ugly. I thought he was going to have a banana split. 6 and 10. And a mark for Justin Water in his 7th, 82 plus the ball. He wants to get some more marks here.
Well played to cap the wood there. It's a tough thing to do when you try to do it.
Justin is a fierce competitor. He's thrown some big matches this year. I think you may have some of his stats this year. I'm not sure. We'll pull those up and talk about some of the big games that have been thrown this year. Justin's on the head pin, 8 in the fill. That gives him 90 at 7, and he's got a 7-10 split and a bunch of wood. And I don't know that there's any good way to shoot this one. Right, wood?
Yeah, you got to go towards the 10 pin, see if something spins off the wall.
So what he does, and some of it moved to the left, but he just got the 10 pin, so he'll be open in the 8. And this is an ugly piece of wood in front of the 7. And he misses this, so it's a 9 box. Justin's at 99 at 8. Talk about that. So these two bowlers have met a few times before. They've met at least once during the season. It might have been twice. I think it's once. They're two different.
Yeah, they met once earlier this year.
That's right, because the 16 bowlers bowl 18 matches. They're broken into groups of 4. You bowl everybody in your group twice,
Right.
and everybody else once,
Right.
which I did in my division. I'm in the C division. And so Justin on. Oh, we don't like to see that. That's a spread eagle plus a 9 pin, so right on the head pin. I hate it when that happens. You guys ever said a bad word when you did that?
I say it all the time when I do it.
In my match against Mike Capone a few weeks ago.
What a shot!
Wow!
What a bit.
So not to brag, but back in November, I had that leave in one of my leagues, and I did say a bad word, and I went to the left like he did, and I actually got the spare. It'll probably never happen again. 9 box for Justin, 108 after 9.
That's a real good 9 out of that.
Yeah, that's usually about the best outcome you're going to get out of there. You throw a good ball like that.
Justin looking for a big finish in the 10th here.
Yeah, he really wants to not leave any pins on the deck.
Timmy coming out to a real hot start.
Oh, that looked like it should have been a strike, but the pin went in front of the 5 pin. So the king stands alone. All the pins are down but the 5. Just one to shoot at for a mark.
Still the same ball, easy, right?
Yeah, you keep doing that, you'll get some strikes in here. And there it is.
No doubt.
118 plus a ball. Puts a big fill on this. He'll force Tim to throw at least 1 mark in the second half to keep up with him. And he's giving some coaching to the pins here. He gets 6 in the fill for a 124 string for the first string for Justin. Now Tim Douglas comes up on lane 17 to start the second half of game 1. He's a 75 after half. And he's looking to put the hammer down on Justin here.
Great ball.
That was a great ball. Big splash. He's right in the right-hand pocket. He takes out everything but the 4 pin with some wood in front of it. Or was that the 2?
4 pin. That's just what every bowler wants.
Yeah.
1 pin with a plank in front. If you don't get a strike, that's the next best thing.
Yep. Then you get a nice juicy spare, and although the worst thing is then missing it. But he didn't miss that time. That puts him at 85 plus a ball at 6. Look at that. Big ball. 8 in the fill gives him 93 at 6. And he's got the 5 and the 7 with a little wood that I don't think that's angled very well. What do you think, guys?
I think he has something fancy up his sleeve.
Well, Tim's got a lot of power. That makes a big difference here. Yep, he's trying to give us a trick shot. Huh?
I think he was looking for the left side of that cap. Maybe bounce it off the wall, take it off. Ooh.
Look at that!
Wow,
Look at
what
that!
a 10. What a shot.
With the speed that Tim throws at, he was able to make that pin go back and forth twice and then come back and take it out. 103 after 7. On the 2 pin, he takes out 6. He's left with the 1-3-7-10.
Really not a bad lead. You split the 1-3. That piece of wooden back's going to help take the 7.
Way his ball moves, too. That should right there. Oh, he missed the head pin. Maybe. But pins are still moving. No, it's not coming back. So he'll be open in the 8. And the 9 box, 112 after 8 for Tim Douglas. So I know, Dan, you're looking at some statistics here. How were these guys matched up before?
They had a match. Their last match was in Alley Cat earlier this year, between the end of March and the beginning of April. Justin went 124, 113, 122, 139, 130 for a 628.
Right.
Tim went 115, 132, 124, 114, 121 for a 606. Justin went 110 and 4 on the points, which just proves that neither one of these guys can be counted out.
No, I saw both. I've been following both these guys. So he has an open box in the 8th. And were you going to say, Matt?
No, Tim just he had a great shot, even though he had a split. He hit it right where he wanted to. Took 3 out of the 5.
So an $8 for Tim. He slowed down a little bit in this half. He's at 120 after 9. He'll probably end up ahead in his string unless he throws a stinker of a box. But it's not a blowout at this point for this game. Would you look at that? I thought that, again, that looked like a strike ball on the head pin. And he's left with the 5, 8, 10. And he's got some wood in there that I think looks nice.
I thought the 5 and 8 were both going to fall.
They were wiggling pretty good.
Yeah. I'd almost try and kick it towards the 8 and see if he could kick over that wood in the 5.
No, okay. I was thinking more toward the red line on the right. He went pretty much right at the 5. So he'll be open in the 10. And a 9 So it's a 5-pin game after the first game. Tim Douglas is at 129 and Justin Waters 124. With the first game down of the A-South Conference Championship. The winner to face Keith Beaupre from the north. At a time and place to be announced. It will be at a neutral house with the other 2 conferences, the other 2 divisions, I'm sorry. Their championships will all be held the same day. We'll have 3 championship rounds that day. Game 2, ball 1. And Justin drops 9. This ball's been pretty consistently at 36 miles an hour, more or less.
In the first game, he was right in the 1-3 pocket. That one was in the 1-2 pocket. From the 9. Nice plank in front, too.
No doubt about that when he had double wood, but didn't bother him at all. And he starts with a mark. So he's looking to really pile on right now. Both bowlers are, and both are capable of it. I saw Justin.
Come back here.
And a 9 fell. He's just everything but the 2 pin, so 19 after 1.
Back in the 1-3 pocket.
Another 36 and change ball, 36.7 at the pin, so about 4 or 5 miles an hour faster at the hand, according to Bob Lee's gun. Oh, he got it. I thought it was going to go past it.
Justin has a very slight right to left turn on. Came right in and took it.
He's got a huge amount. He's very accurate. I've seen that so much. He doesn't miss too many shots. So 29 and a ball after 2. We got a good crowd here watching. This is a match nobody wanted to miss. And Justin puts 8 into filth and leaves the 2 and the 4. 37 after 2.
Really wants that word to push back a little bit.
What do you think, Dan? Where are you going with it?
Right at the 2
Or Matt, either one.
Right at the 2 pin. Oh, almost got it with the ball.
Is he going to come back another time? No. He'll be open in the 3rd. Yeah, I noticed he was more in the middle. Wasn't quite at the 2. He was a little to the left, and I think the wood deflected more than it would have otherwise.
It's a tough piece of wood to play when it's that far out.
Very tough.
Angled that way.
Very tough.
Yeah, it's visually, it looks like, okay, this should be a reasonably easy shot. But after you bowl a while, you see those, and it's like, oh, this is going to be tough. So he ends up with a 10 box, and that's 47 after 3. So that's best possible outcome out of that situation. And now we're going into fourth.
Still a great start.
Okay, he's off the head pin, and he drops 7, and he's left with a 1-6-7. Piece of wood behind the 6. I don't know that helps, but you guys might be able to make that work.
Either side of the head pin. Give it a try.
The way Justin's ball tails. Try and get the inside there. Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
Great shot. Maybe just a little full.
He was close on that one. Just the 7 pin left. Yeah, I saw a piece of wood go flying behind the 7, so he had stuff moving in the right direction. And he left his first pin on the deck for 56 after 4. To get to this round, Justin defeated Ed Woodside, who's a legend in the game. That was a 6-13 to 567 match. Those guys put on a pretty good show too. Ouch. Justin's on the 2 pin, and he gets a half Worcester left, the 2 and the 8 pin. This is pretty when it goes. I've seen both of you guys make this numerous times. I even made it some.
I've seen you make it.
I know.
Great ball.
And there we go. Now we've seen Justin make it for a spare and a 5th. So Justin's 3 out of 5 on the spares, and he's only left 1 pin on the deck, and he's at 66 plus a ball after 5.
It's one of those balls that you have to throw it. Why couldn't I do that first?
Problem is if you come up on the fill and punch it out again, that's really pretty aggravating. So Timmy's coming up on the first box of game 2, and remember we're a 5-pin game so far. And I can't see around it.
He's got the 3 and 1.
He's on the head pin. He takes out 6, and he's got the 2, 4, 6, 7, and 3. Tough lead.
Give it a good bid.
He did. I think he was trying to take off the wall, which I think is really about the only way you can get it most of the time. And gonna be open in the first. And a 9 box. So as you can see on your screen, Mike is running the scoreboard behind us, and that's on the left side. It's manually input as we go along. Tim drops 8. He's left with a 3 and a 5. No wood. Just missed that. That wasn't much at all. I've been struggling with the 2s myself. It drives me nuts. So to get here into this round, we'll finish this box first. 10 box for Tim Douglas, 19 after 2. To get to this round, Tim defeated Charlie Collins in a great match in Kingston. Went back and forth, went right down to the end, 623 to 607.
A couple heavyweights right there.
Speaking of heavy hits.
He was pretty full on the head pin that time, and didn't get everything to go the way he wanted it to. He's got the 4, 7, 9, 10. He's got some wood all over the place, and this could be a makeable shot, I think.
Play the double wood on the left.
Yeah, with the way Timmy throws it, you get to the right side of the red line there.
Oh, he just clipped it and went by him. Yeah, I was thinking if he went like a little heavier on that wood, he's going to get a splash off the left and something to go over. I've seen him do that kind of stuff all the time, yeah.
But he was thinking, try the very right edge. Send it off the wall.
Oh, a disappointing 7 box. 26 after 3. He's open for 3 boxes in a row. How's the head pin count look?
This game, they're both at 3 right now. They both hit the head pin 3 times. Timmy with 2 splits to shoot for it. That's a better ball.
Yeah, he came in left to right that time, was on the left pocket. He took out everything but the 10. We still don't know how fast he's throwing because it's too fast for the machine. Oh,
I thought he had it.
I thought he did too. Well, speaking of his ball speed, I'm just glad we're behind him instead of in front of him.
Just glad he has a good grip on it.
That too. We've seen that before. We had, I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, we had a bowler in the Wednesday night league, and he was a little developmentally disabled, but he had a wicked backswing, and he loses grip sometimes.
Then it turns into wee bowling.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling, trying to stay alive, you know.
It's a lucky break for Tim off the head pin.
Huge break.
Got the horseman on the right side to fall down.
9 drop. He's got just a 7 pin. He's got wood out in front of it. He's got to make it move. All over it. Went straight for it. Closes with a mark. So at the halfway point in game 2, Tim Douglas is at 46 plus a ball, and now Justin's coming up on lane 17, and he's at 66 in a ball. He's got a 20-pin lead in this game, 15 overall in the match. Am I right? Yes. Okay. Just double checking. Make sure I didn't forget. I'm old, you know. I forget stuff. Like names. I forget names when you're right in front of me with it written down. Yeah. On the fill. Justin breaks up the split. That looked like it'd be a split there. He got some great action. Puts 9 in the spare on the 5th box and closes the half with 75. He's got you.
Another great opportunity here for Justin.
Is that the 4-pin? That's a 4-pin with some juicy wood in front of it. And a spare for Justin Waters. 85 in a ball at the 6th box in game 2.
These guys are so good. They just make it look so easy.
They do. It makes me want to bowl.
Not me.
No?
Watch that bowl,
No,
and then I got a bowl after. No thanks.
No. Oh, no. It's better than bowling next one. Unless you get ahead of him for a little bit, then it feels good. Justin's on the fill. He saves himself from getting the Kamrowski special or the 4 horsemen. He's 7 in the fill, 92 after 6. And speaking of the Kamrowski special, Rick Kamrowski is in the house tonight. I told him I was going to say that. And Justin goes wide to the right, misses a spare. Open in the 7th, just the head pin left, right? My angle, sometimes things look a little bit off. I'm a little bit off.
You're doing all right, Dave.
Thanks. Just checking in. Justin's goes by the head pin. He's at 101 after 7.
It's not usually the best when you have the head pin as the last pin standing on the 3rd ball, but 9's not bad.
I'm pretty familiar with a head pin being the last one standing. I have an estranged relationship with a head pin. We're like 2 strangers passing in the night. Box 8. He's on the head pin that time. Takes out 8, but he's got the 4 and the 6 left. And it sounds to me like we're going to have some wall action here.
Absolutely. You got to play that wood in front of the 4 pin. Probably go to the right side of it, try to kick it left off the wall.
Yeah. That's what he does. That is a textbook shot. The crowd goes wild. Justin makes a wonderful spare in the 8 and puts him at 111 plus a ball after 8 boxes.
What a shot by Justin. That was great. Incredible.
On the fill. He's on the head pin. Puts 8 in the fill for 119 after 8. And he's got the 2 and the 6. And so we're going to get to see another cool shot.
Little wood on the side of the 2 pin there.
Just don't cap it.
Just wants to send it left of that. Right in between the 2 pieces of that wood.
Oh, it didn't carry. He hit his object pin. So he'll be open to box 9 and just a 6 pin to make a 10. And it's a gently dropped pin. I've seen him break a few of them recently. And 129 after 9. So he's over his last string. We've got a really good group in here. We've got quite a few people here to watch. This is the match to watch. On the head pin, left-hand pocket, he takes out 7. He's left with the 3-6-10. That's
Might
a
have
wood
been
in
the
between.
best first ball he's thrown all half.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of action.
How's he doing on? Well, how's he doing on head pin so far?
7 head pin hits. Only 2 splits to show for it though.
How did he do that?
Hit more of the wood than
Yep.
the pin.
Went around
Right
the
around
6. Yep. He didn't say any bad words that I heard, though. So I've heard him a few times. This is an R-rated show, so. Justin closes with a $10 and a 139 for his second string. And what's his total look like? 39.
Millis does that.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get the total in a second. And Tim Douglas comes up for box 6 of game 2. He's on a spare.
Justin is at 263 after 2.
263 after 2. Very good. And on a fill. And 6 in a fill, so that gives him 52. He's down 23 in the game so far. And he's got the 4 horsemen left. And Rick Kamrowski looking at that over from his vantage point. And it's gone.
Perfect shot. Right in the 1-2 pocket.
And somewhere around here, I would not be surprised to see Paul Grant looking to collect $1 for Rick Kamrowski's special. I'm going to beat this to death. All right.
It's already dead.
That horseman is gone, huh? So
Oh yeah, that's definitely a gone horseman.
all right,
Still
so
missing.
he puts 8 in the fill for 70 in the 6 box, and he's up against an open box, so a chance to gain some ground.
Left with the 110 there. I think he might have rather had the
Oh!
horseman.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get that. He took that off the wall. It came back. Ball went wide. He opened. And there's a 10. So 80 after 7 for Tim Douglas. He's down 21 in this match, or in this game. 16 in the match, right? Looking to catch up here. That'll help. That's a hammer.
Great bomb by Tim. Tim's one of those guys. When you need a mark, he's ready to bring it.
He is like on demand. Just punchy order ticket. It gives him 90 and 2 balls after this, and potentially can't catch up on this one, can he? But he another 20. Yeah, he could. If he hit a triple, he'll be, or another strike and a 9, he'll catch up with Justin in this box.
He would love to get a couple more marks.
All right, he's on the head pin, takes out 7, 2, 4, 6, no 8. Bounce that one down there, just took out the 2 pin. He's got the 4 and the 6 left. I'd say I take 1, but watching Tim Douglas pull, something could come off the wall anytime here. And makes a field goal, but it doesn't give you 6 here. Or 3. Sorry, 3. Too many sports in my head. I can't do this.
Timmy's want to have a big one.
106 after 9. Yep, he needs a big one here. It's only the second game. Gets another bid at this.
Timmy pulled the Justin with a bad word.
I haven't heard it shouted enough to be picked on a mic, I don't think. This time he goes to the left. He's got the 2 and the 6 left. So he'll be opening at 10. And 8 box, 114 in the second game. So Justin's in the lead now. And right now we're at 263 to 243 in favor of Justin, a 20-pin lead in the match.
Still lots of bowling left.
Plenty of bowling.
Both of these guys can erupt at any second.
20 pins is nothing for these guys. All right, we're coming into the third game. First box, Justin's up.
He's all over it.
And that one came in the left pocket, and I couldn't see it around Justin, but that's a
Right in
fight.
the 1-2.
Well, they went down so fast.
So he's on his way to a 300 if he keeps doing that, right?
True.
You got to start with one in the first. All right, box 2. Well, that time he's off to the right onto the 3-pin. He puts 5 in the first ball of the strike. He's got the Caleri left, 4 horsemen left, plus the 9-pin.
My least favorite shot. I hate this shot.
My least favorite is a spread eagle, followed by the castle. Oh, he put a good bid on that one. He gets 8 in a fill for 18 at the first box. He's now left with the 7 and 9.
You can't hate the shot named after you. That's just wrong.
Well, that's why it is. It's because it used to piss me off so much. Oh, he tries to cut it over, but he has a 9 box. It was a great bid. There's 3 things that make me mad when I'm bowling. One is when I whiff a shot. But the second thing, like everybody else, is you throw a good ball and you get a spread eagle or something else like that. That's frustrating. That's why I don't play golf. Justin's on the 3-pin again, and he takes out 7. He's left with a 1, 9, and 10. And speaking of golf, Justin's a golf pro. So,
No. We got to get it right or he'll be mad.
Okay.
The assistant club, the assistant professional at Marlboro Country Club.
okay. So his specific title, we got it.
Yes.
Look at this. I got it. I knew he was going to make that. He's coming down the head pin. He makes a spare of the 1, 9, 10. And I don't think he used any wood on that one. That was a 37 after 3 plus a ball.
We'll have to watch the replay later on.
I'm directly behind him, so it's a little hard to see some of this right away. And you can't fill it any better than that. That's a second strike in the first half of the string. So that puts a 10 in the fill for 47 after 3, and he's now at 57 plus 2 balls. Justin's putting on a clinic. Yeah, you can see, if you're watching the video, you can see the pins better than I can because we have the pin cams down there, which are awesome. Micah does a great job on us. And the first ball on the fill, it's going to be 7 in the first ball.
That double wood could be really tricky down there. Though. I think if Justin's ball speed, if he drives it right at that red line, he should be all right.
You agree, man? I'm thinking red line too. Just drive it as hard as you can right
Yeah,
at
you
that.
gotta drive back. That double wood might be.
No, he went to the left. I don't think he meant to. And he's expressed his displeasure at that shot.
Couple choice words.
He's pretty good at that. So 7 in the fill, 64 after 4, still a great half going. He's over 70. Nothing to complain about there. It'd be nice to have a 90 half though, I'm sure. And there it is, a 10 box in the 5th for Justin Waters, 74 at the half. And put on a pretty good show there for that half.
Oh, fantastic half. 2 strikes and a spare, and Justin's the kind of guy who's still upset because one opportunity missed.
I saw him getting pretty flaming the other day, and he's in the 150s, and it's like, you blew away your guy by 30 pins that one. All right, first box, game 3 for Tim Douglas.
That's how you get to be so good. Set high standards for yourself.
He's got a lot going for him. He's got a great physique, great, good long arm. Both these guys, good backswing. And Douglas, I thought that would have been a mark.
Yeah, I hit that perfect.
And he leaves the 3-pin unexpectedly. And there's a 10 box. So if you can't get a strike, let's get the spare. If you can't get the spare, let's get that 10. And that's what Tim does. You can't look behind and let that shake you up when you miss a shot that should go. You just press forward. Box 2.
Just off to the left.
4 horsemen right, 1, 3, 6, 10. So I get the numbers down.
Timmy hits this to the right place. His ball takes it easy.
2 full. Takes out just a head pin. So now he's got 3 to make a 10. Which he does beautifully. So every pin's down. 2 open boxes is 20 after 2.
While we have a quick minute, I saw some of the Twitch comments. Just a quick shout out to Micah's mom.
Oh, hello, Micah's mom. And also, while we're doing this, at the same time, we have the TikTok ladies here doing their candlepin bowling presentation. They get big viewership. They get 20, 30,000 people typically on these matches.
Huge following. The ladies of cake. Oh.
I had the pleasure of doing one of those a couple weeks ago with them. It was a lot of fun. They may wave us over to come over and say hello, any one of us, so be prepared. So Tim's opening a third.
Got unlucky there with that piece of wood in front of the 2 pins.
So three 10 boxes. Pinning as good as you can, and there's a couple of spare opportunities that he just kind of got taken advantage of by the pins. Now he's up against a strike.
There he goes.
I had a distinct feeling that he was going to throw a bomb after that last couple of boxes.
That looked like a hammer the whole way down.
Yep. 40 plus 2 balls against Justin 64 at this point. So a chance to gain some ground. And then he's up against an open box. You can almost feel those strikes from here, the power that he throws on those.
Tim does something that I do sometimes too. You throw a strike, you wait for that ball to come back and throw it again.
I watched him do that in a match a little bit ago. Look at that. Okay. 9 so far in the fill. Yeah, I caught him doing that a couple of matches ago. I was watching him do that. Drops the big ball. He keeps using that same one. Not in doubt at all. Spare on strike. Tim's at 50 at 4, 60 at 5 plus a ball. So I'm a little, anybody who's bowled next to me may have noticed me do this. I keep my balls in the same order the whole match through, and it really bothers me when somebody moves them because now they're out of order.
I never noticed that, but now I'm going to bug you.
Yeah. I always start from in the middle, if there's a middle, and then they, just keep using them, rotate them. That way they wear evenly. Justin's on 74 after 5, and in the 6 box, he goes right through the middle, and he's got a mini eagle. 2, 4, 3, 6. I just made up that term as we're here.
I never heard that.
Neither did I. Whoa!
Shot. What a bid.
He put some heat on that one, and just about got it. Only the 3 pin left. And a 9 box, 83 after 6. Well, I figure if you can't be good, be colorful a little bit. And it's like why I've campaigned so hard after somebody called that leave the castle. And so I kept using it. It's like, I'm never going to make the Hall of Fame, for God's sakes. I can have some legacy. Plus, everybody swears at it anyway. Damn it, Castle, they say as they get that. I'm okay with that. Whoa! Speaking of swearing, 189. I call that the W leaf. And the reason I call that the W is because it looks like a W down there. He's got the spread eagle plus the 5 pin. How that happens, nobody knows, but it will never happen in 10 pin. And Dan here is a 10 pin bowler, and he knows.
No wonder.
All right, not too bad.
If you can make a 10 out of this,
Yeah.
that's a huge win.
I saw it spared one time. I can't remember who did it, though.
Probably Timmy.
No, it was a while ago. I don't know who did it. It might have been Doucette. I'm not sure. 7 out of that one? Okay. You just move on to the next one. The good news was he was on the headpin, right? And he wasn't straight on the headpin to punch out the middle, but it didn't deflect enough to take anything but those other 2 pins. So 90 after 7 for Justin.
That again.
Another split. And that's the 3, 4, 6, 7. Some wood on the right side. Think the wood will help, Matt?
Maybe if he hits it.
He's going there.
We really wanted to split the
Yeah, he's too
3
full.
and 6.
I think he's too full on that one, yeah. He's getting fired up here.
Yeah.
And another $7. 2 in a row for Justin, 97 after 8, after a 74 half.
It's all started.
Needs to take a second to collect his thoughts.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
I was watching you
Get
do
back
that
on
during
his
your
game.
match, and I commented on that because that's something I do too, and I need to do more of it. And I watched you very consciously step back after a couple of tough boxes, and then you came back on fire. All right, box 9. That's not too bad. He's looking for a backdoor strike, and it's not going to happen.
Still wobbling.
The 1-3. After coming in on, where was he? The 3 or the 2-4 is about where he hit it, I think.
That 3 pin moved quite a little bit though away from the head.
Yep. And Justin expressed his displeasure at the pins.
Tough. The last few boxes, he's just too full on the headpin. He tries to play it off the headpin this time. Gives himself a good spare lead because
It's very frustrating to be in that situation because he's throwing a pretty decent ball and he's just getting split, chop, things like that. And that's
It can become extremely frustrating, but you got to do your best to just stay on it.
That's one thing I like about watching Justin bowl because he expresses his frustration, but his bowling speaks that I'm still on this.
Yeah.
Still playing. So he was on the headpin that time and he left a 3 and a 6 just pretty much themselves. It should hit the object pin, it should go. And there it is. Spare in the 10th, 116 in a ball.
you know what, Justin? Even when he's getting fired up, he can still make those shots.
Yeah.
He can come right back.
And so not as big of a half as his first half, but look at all those red. In the score that we see here, red indicates a split, and I think there was more than 2. On the fill, puts in 6, and that gives Justin a 122 string for game 3. And Timmy comes up now. He's halfway through the match. And he's at 60 plus a ball, if I can see around the score sheet. Yep, 60 plus this ball. And he's on the 2-pin. Didn't get a half Worcester. It looked like it might be when it started. He's put 6 in the fill, so closes his half at 66. And he's got the 1-3-4-7, no wood. Look at that. Very gently.
I'd give that one back.
I don't know, he is object. We're just used to seeing everything Timmy hits just flying like crazy, you know, and so that one went a little slow.
You may not like how they fell, but it's a spin.
Yeah.
Now he pays back the bowling gods and gets 2 in the fill for 78 after 6, and he's got the half Worcester left to go, and I'm sorry, my memory's failing me, but one of these guys made that just a little bit ago. I think it was Justin.
It was Justin.
Yeah. Ouch. Hit the head pin. It looked like he was trying to take it on the inside.
139 out of that.
That wood he's going to use, I guarantee it. Watch. Yep.
Pretty decent 8 out of that.
8 box 86 after 7. He's only down 4 in this game. But don't forget he's down 20 in the match in completed games. So needs to make up some ground still.
Got room for 3 marks in this game.
Oh, little light.
Yeah, he came in pretty straight on that one on the 1-3 pocket, and he took out 5. He's got the diamond left and the 10 pin.
So you throw a ball like that, you expect a better lead.
I think that can go. I mean, if you come in on a diamond and splash it out, hope it goes to the 10, I think.
Great bid.
Well, he's on it, but it didn't take out the back 2 of the diamond, surprisingly. So just try to get a 9 out of this, maybe. Why not a 10?
What a shot.
Now that's just showing off. That was a great shot. What was that? The 4, 8, 10?
Yes.
96 after 8, a 1-pin game.
Another good ball. Watch my ball.
All right, now he has a 7-10 split. He's got some wood. I think off the 7. What do you guys think?
I might take a chance and play that wood in the middle.
Middle wood? Dan, what do you think?
If you can cap it just to the left and the right there, maybe.
He's going to middle.
He punched, he drove it straight.
Yeah. So
Catch the edge.
Very, very slim target.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking if you kind of capped on the left, which I think he's going to do right there. It moved it. So 9 box, 106, 1 pin down in the game, but he's up against a 16 box. So if he wants to catch up, he needs a strike. Well, he can't. I don't know if he can catch up in this game, but he can get some ground. Broke up the split. He's on the head pin. He's left with the triangle right, which is the 3, 5, 6. No wood. There you go. Spare in the 10th for Tim Douglas. That gives him 115 plus this ball. It's a close game.
Strike here, we'll get a few pins back.
He's got 1 more mark than Justin, I'm counting. Right? No, same marks. 6 in the fill, and that gives Timmy 121 to 122. Justin gains a pin in his lead. We'll give you the scores here in a second. So for totals, right now Justin's at 385 and Tim Douglas is at 364, so it's a 21-pin game in favor of Justin Waters. Coming into game 4. So far, nobody's thrown a really big game. We've seen both these guys throw in the 160s. Justin this year threw a 192 game in this house. 2 pins under the house average or house record.
He didn't like that as soon as it left his hand.
No.
You know what? They're all together. It's a spare lead.
Yeah, it's just. I think a strike ball in the right pocket should take it. There's always a chance of something may not go though. Oh, and that's what you worry about in that situation is if something just decides to stay up, and in this case it was the 8 pin. So Justin threw that 192 earlier this year in league play, just missed the house record of 194, which is owned by Jake Cook, whose father happens to be here tonight. And that's a 10 box. All that spurted out between the balls. Oh, you like that? That's pretty cool. Can't talk as fast as Paul Grant, but. All right, so 10 after 1. On the 3 pin again, half Worcester right, just 2. We know this guy can make that spare though.
They could do it again.
Now he's off on the other side. It's a pretty good splash on that one, but still leaves a 1 in the 8 pin.
He's gonna drive the head pin straight back.
Oh, he brushed it, and there it goes. 10 bucks. He hit it legit. Should have gone. 20 after 2 in game 4 for Justin Waters. The winner of this match will move on to the championship of the ACST-A division against Keith Beaupre, who beat Dan Chenard the other day for the North Championship, 595 to 534. Justin, first ball. He's on the head pin. He leaves a 3 and a 6. No wood.
Thought that was going to be a spread eagle. That's this guy.
Came in pretty full.
Good break. Nice spare lead.
Just got to capitalize on it. He goes off.
Little off balance.
Yeah, I caught that. So he kind of leaned down a little bit and leaned to the right, and it carried through for his ball. It was real subtle. It wasn't a lot, but enough to move the ball. Okay, looking for 10 bucks. And it's a 9 box. 29 after 3 for Justin Waters. I'm looking for a hammer here, just like he did last time. You can feel it building up when he's going to get there. Box 4. Oh, it sure looked like one.
Thought you predicted it, Dan.
9 drop. So you can feel it though. I mean, it's like he's missing it. You can tell it's coming. All right, so 6 pin only. And that's gone. First spare of the string for Justin. 39 plus a ball after 4.
Couldn't tell if that wood was frozen and was going to go or not.
Good shot.
So if he gets
I
a
was looking straight at it and thought he was going to miss it. So I paid, so.
if he gets a big fill and a mark here, he'll be back. That's a big fill. That's exactly what you want to do after being open for 3 boxes. And Justin sits down on 59 plus 2 balls. Not a bad ending to this. And it was all about pinning. When he wasn't getting the spares, he only left 1 pin on it and just kept hammering away at getting the pins down. All right, Timmy's coming up with a 21 pin deficit in the match. He needs to come in hard and often. And he's on the head pin, avoids a spread eagle, but he's got 3 on the right and a 2 pin, so he's got to make that 2 pin move.
See if that wood in the back helps at all.
It seemed to hurt him more than it helped him. He had left the 10 pin up. I thought the 10 was given. Now he's got the 2-10 to shoot at, and it's probably an easy shot for Tim. Nope. Missed the object pin, so it's an 8 box to start the 4th game for Tim Douglas. And again, he's trying to make up 21 pins. On the head pin slightly to the left, and he's left with a check mark left. And that would be the 3, 5, 6, 10.
Like a great ball going down. Still spare lead.
Oh yeah. Just get on that middle pin. And
He thought he missed it when
Yep.
he threw it.
but it went. The 10 pin hesitated, but it went down. So it gives him 18 plus a ball after 2 boxes. All right, this is a fill ball. He's using the same ball again, isn't he?
Yeah, I didn't notice
Okay, not what do you want to do? He went off to the left a little bit and just punched out 2 but that ties him in the game with Justin. He's at 20 after 2.
Oh!
If the pin was listening to the crowd, that would be a spare.
Unbelievable.
Great shot, lots of action, and the 3 pins somehow survived the onslaught of the wood. 9 box, 29 after 3. Tied with Justin for this game. Down 21 in the match, and now he's up against a 20 box and a strike that's still open. So, must mark to catch up.
Great ball.
Well, that'll work.
That was an explosion.
So he matched Justin's spare in the 4th with a strike of his own. And the pin setter's reeling in shock from that impact and taking a minute to come back. Thought we might have to send Dan down there to fix it.
Brian and Steve are here. They're gonna come.
Okay. In attendance is Steve Renault and Brian Fournier. Box 5. And Justin called it that would be a second one, but it ended up not, surprisingly. So 8 in the first ball, 4 and the 7 left. And there you go. So Justin put up a spare, then a strike, and Tim put up a strike, then a spare. And they are both at 59 plus a fill at the halfway point, but Justin's got 2 balls to put on his fill. And he has a 21 pin advantage in the match. Okay, we're coming into box 6, game 4. Justin's on a fill. That ball looked better than that to me, but he put 6 in the first. 4, 7, 9, 10. Where are you going, guys?
Interesting shot here with that wood. I think you got to play the piece of wood in front, but you go to the left side or the right side.
I'm thinking right. What are you guys thinking?
I would actually try the left because the piece in the back there might help keep the ball kicking left and take out the 4 and 7.
That's what he was doing. But that's 7 in the fill for a 66.5, and now he's got 3 to clean up, 4, 7, 10. No wood.
He was probably trying to go to the left side. Yeah, just caught the middle. One place you don't want to.
8 box, 74 after 6. Dan's keeping a count of head pins, spares, splits. Anything you're noticing here?
Both hit the head pin 4 times. Justin was off the head pin the first 2 boxes and lucked out and got 10 head pin. So that's a good thing.
Timmy Lee's been off the head pin seems to
A little bit more difficulty.
All right.
There's the castle.
There's the left castle. Now that, as happened in this box, occurs typically with a pretty decent head pin hit, and you get those 3 and usually a piece of wood out in front that isn't going to be too much help. As I said.
You got to play it, though.
I was fortunate, so last week, I got the castle right with no wood, and I went to the inside and took it off the wall and actually got the spare.
That's right. I do remember catching.
I was like,
Wow.
wow,
Shot.
beautifully done. A 5 and a 7, no wood.
Great 10 bucks.
Every pin counts in this, and he needs, they both want all the 10s, and that's what, look at this game. You've got 10, 10, 9, 19, 15, or no, 17.
Great pinning.
A lot of times the pinning is the difference.
Yeah, they're not leaving many pins up there at all. And just not letting, something like that, which is a tough shot. He took out 6. It's left with a 1, 3, 4, 7. No wood there. I don't think that backwood's really going to help unless it comes off the wall.
Yeah.
What a shot.
What a shot.
All right, a nice spare. That was not easy. 94 in the ball after 8. Both these bowlers are just fighting through here. We're not seeing any huge games yet, but we're seeing a lot of bare knuckle brawling with the pins. Okay, he's in the right-hand pocket. He's got 9 in the fill. 103 after 8, and just a 7-pin. The stripey 7-pin. Kind of helpful because sometimes that stripe draws your eye. The wood's moving forward here, so
He doesn't want that.
no, I don't think he wants that either. That's
He's got
not
enough room to get by it, but
no. He went to the left. Missed everything. So open in the 9th. So Justin's giving himself some motivational speaking up there. And the wood deflected it, so it's a $9. 112.
I think that would just got missing a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that often happens because you'll get the wood like that. It's like you get in your head, okay, I want to stay to the left of that wood, and you go a little too far left. Then you come back at it and you're on the wood. It's really aggravating.
Really wants to finish with a big one here.
Yeah, he's at 112 after 9. He's got a 21-pin match or lead, but he's bowling Tim Douglas. And Tim Douglas can explode at any moment. And put up, he did this in a match I was there with Linehan. He put up like 6 or 8 marks in a row, just all of a sudden, for like a 166 game. That was it.
Both these guys can do that easy.
Oh, unbelievable.
What a shot.
Unbelievable that didn't go. But the 9-pin stuck. So he'll be open in the 10th. He's over 120. His average is 127, so he's a little under his average right now. But a $9 for a 121 game for Justin Waters for game 4. So again, he's still enjoying a 21-pin lead in the match so far, not counting the first half. And Timmy's got an opportunity here. If he can throw 3 or 4 marks here, which he's very capable of doing.
Starts with his first ball.
He's on a fill, 59 plus this ball. And that ball is an 8. Is it going to be a 9? It's a 9.
Wow.
That's
broke out
huge.
nice.
He broke the 7-10 split. And now he gets to shoot at just the 7. He's a 68 at the half, 2 pins ahead of Justin. So a great answer to that spare strike combination. And he misses a 7-pin. Can't believe that.
There's some bowlers that would try for the wood on them.
I've been known to do that when I get.
Linehan's not here.
I've been known to do that. So we've seen some great matches. This is the last match we'll have in the South Conference before the championships. We've seen some great matches this year.
Absolutely.
Some wonderful bowling. So Tim throws a bomb there. He's in the pocket. He's left with the 5 and 7. So the Atlanta Candlepin Singles Tour, and all 3 of us here are members and bowl in a tour, is a lot of fun. There's 32 bowlers in each division, 16 in the north, 16 in the south. So Tim's on the 5-7, open in the 7th, and you bowl against bowlers of your skill level, and it's a traveling tour. Every 2 weeks you have a match, and you bowl scratch against another bowler 1-on-1, 5 games, and it's been my 3rd or 4th year in it, and made a lot of new friends, met a lot of new bowlers, bowled in a lot of new houses. I haven't made the playoffs, but I will.
Absolutely.
The day's coming. And so if you're interested in it, right now we've got 3 divisions, and we're opening up a 4th division going into next season, the D division. And
Spare by Tim.
So Spare by Tim in the 8th, 98 plus a ball. So when I started this, and Matt, you were in this for a few years. Did you do this year? Or you did.
I didn't enter it this year, but I was doing it the first year we did it, and I really enjoyed it. Like you said, traveling to different places.
We only had about 20 bowlers at that time too,
Yeah.
and now we've got 96 bowlers competing in this.
Grown so much, thanks to the hard work of a lot of people.
Danny Finn, the commissioner.
Oh wow! How did that not go?
Each division has a treasurer who handles all the funding. Anthony Karen in the C, Paul Atkinson in the B, and I can't remember who's doing it now. So they handle the dues, they handle the payouts. Timmy puts up a 10 box for 117 after 9. So
Gets a big mark here to make things interesting going into the 5th game.
oh yeah, he puts up another spare strike or something similar, and this is big. Another split. We're getting a lot of splits, aren't we, Dan?
Now, not so much. We've had quite a few in the first couple of games.
I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes right off the red line.
Oh, went straight
Little
through.
Too far right.
Yeah. So he'll be open in box 10. So he'll pick up a little bit of on the gap, but he's still going to be down. And again, the 7-pin. I think those guys are going to start throwing overhand at the 7-pin. Where's Mike Smith when we need him? Mike Smith is a bowler in the C division. He came in partway through the season, or toward the end of the season this year. And Mike is a friend of mine, bowls with me on Friday nights. He's a former major league pitcher, and sometimes I joke with him about, you look like you're ready to pitch that overhand. He could do it. Anyway, so that game is 126 to 121 in favor of Tim. And by my count, Tim picks up 5 pins, and that puts Justin ahead by 16, right? And we had Justin's first ball into the final game of this match, and he's got the castle right, the 5, 6, 10, and some wood in front of the right hand. Can he make it work?
Oh, that's right where you want to hit it.
You see what I mean about that wood? It's usually
Yeah.
kind of funky. Sometimes, often there's 2 pieces. There's another piece that'll be way out somewhere else, like we see here, and then you got one that's somewhere in there that usually aggravates you. And then 8
That's
bucks.
exactly where Justin wanted it too. Just hit it that left side of that wood. See if you can take 2 pins on the right, bouncing off the wall, take the 5.
But it just went off the wall and came back
Yeah.
and didn't do anything. Which is why people see that and they're going to start saying, "Damn it, Castle." That's what my fraternity brothers used to say to me at meetings all the time. All right.
Great ball.
And there's a strike for Justin Waters. How many strikes has Justin got?
That makes 4.
4 strikes. Okay, that's light for
We
him.
both have 4. Tim has 1 every game.
That one looked like a strike the whole way.
Yep. So right now, Justin's job is to keep Tim from coming back and taking the lead in the final game.
Get 2.
And there's a double strike. First one we've seen of this match. And I won't say wow.
No.
I know, Paul, you're going to be watching this, so that was aimed at you, buddy. All right, so 2 strikes. So 18, 28, 38, plus a fill of some sort here. Oh, almost a triple. 1 pin short of a triple strike. He puts 19 in a fill on the first strike, so he's at 37 after 2, 47, 56 plus this ball in the 3rd box. Why not a spare on double strike? 57 after 3, 67 plus a ball after 4.
Exactly the start that Justin wanted to. Start with here in the 15.
And I have a hunch he's going to put a bomb on here. Another explosive ball, and he puts 9 in the fill for 76 after 4. He's over 80 on the half. And there it is, 4 in a row. 2 strikes, 2 spares, 86 plus a ball at the half. That's a half, guys. He's got a potential 96 half if he hits a strike in the 6th box. I want to jinx him, but
Incredible half. You know, Tim can do the same exact thing.
look at this ball. On the head pin.
There we go.
And there's
There
a
he
strike.
goes.
Here we go.
All right. We're coming down to the finale. I hope you stuck around to see this game because I have a feeling we're going to see fireworks.
Perfect ball by Tim Douglas right there. Amazing how both these bowlers, crunch time, they both step up big.
They're hugely clutch. I saw Justin Tuesday night throw like a 40-something half and come out with like a 150. You know, he just, they don't quit. Okay, half Worcester left, 2 in the first fill ball, but he's got 2.
You can catch both of them all this upcoming weekend at the Mixed Worlds up at Lido Lanes in Nashville.
Look at that. Just about picks up the spare on the half Worcester, but he puts 8 in the fill on a strike, so 18 to start.
There was a pin that was hit that went right in between the 6 and the 10.
And he'll have an 8 box, so he's at 26 after 2. So he's down 11 in the game so far. He needs to mark like crazy right now because he's up against strikes, spare. Both spares. Well, the first spare had a 9 fill on it. Okay, he's on the head pin, and that's 9. Looked like he was coming in a little full to me. I don't know. I was afraid he was going to punch, but he has so much power.
It's a way to be a problem.
No, it isn't.
You got it?
Spare in the 3rd. Just looking to put a couple more big marks up here because he's got to catch up. After 4 games, we're at 506 to 490, so it's a 16-pin game. In completed games, Justin threw a huge half there. Music's not picking up. Okay, on the fill in the 4th. All right, there it is. What did I tell you, folks? We're going to have fireworks here. Strike on spare.
What a huge strike that was.
Critical. He needs to really take advantage of the fill here to catch up because he's up against that 86 half, probably over 90. And got to make up 16 pins at the same time, so you got to keep even and get ahead, and you've only got a few boxes left to do it.
I like this waiting for that ball to come back. It lets you, settle in a little bit.
Keep the
Not
pace.
overthink things.
All right, powerful ball. He knew as it went down that it was going to be off and not another strike, but he's put 6th in the first fill ball. 4 horsemen left. Eight fill. He opened in the 5th. 64 after 4. And Justin's expanded his lead right so far. Wow. He takes the 1-7 with the 1 pin, the head pin off the wall. 74 half, and would you believe it's 74 half and you're behind?
Unbelievable. But it's totally believable with these guys.
These two, absolutely.
We're coming down to the last half of the match. Justin looking to preserve his 16-pin lead, not counting what he's got so far this half. He's at 86 plus this ball. And that ball's a 9, almost a strike. 95 half. So he just added 21 pins to his lead. Just a 7 pin, which gave him trouble before. Not this time.
Right on it.
5 marks in a row for Waters. 2 strikes and 3 spares. All 3 spares were 9 drops. So he's either throwing strikes or dropping 9.
Makes it look easy.
Talked about seeing a big game here. I think we might see one. All right, that's the first ball he's thrown since the first that wasn't a 9 or a 10. He put 6 in the fill for 111 after 6 boxes.
This was the first one not on the head pin this game as well.
Like a 1-3-4-7 to shootout. Oh, just chips off the head pin. 3 more left. And he's picking up, trying for the 2. He picks up 1, 8 box, 119 after 7. 3 boxes to go for Justin. Box 8, first ball, 37 on the last one. Full on a head pin, 3 and 1. Playing the inside or the outside, guys?
At this point, if I'm just trying to get the pins.
Yeah, that's what he really needs to do. But I know he's
I
got in
would
his
play
heart
the
that he
outside.
wants a big game. All
Roll
right,
it, roll it!
baby. Oh, lots of encouragement from the people here, but the 7 doesn't go. So, yeah, I think you're right. I mean, strategically, he just needs to pin out.
Pretty sure that didn't say.
10 box, 129 after 8. But it never hurts to put up a 150, 160 game.
Stay on that head pin. See what happens.
2 boxes left for Justin. 129 after 8.
He went off, so maybe he can do it again.
Oh, wow. Wrapping around the 4 pin, everything but the 4 goes. Another 9 drop.
It gives him a little guide.
Yeah.
Even if he misses left, it goes.
As you called it. He was right on the red line.
When he throws it, he goes, oh no.
So a spare in the 9th gives Justin 139 plus this
I do
ball.
the same thing all the time. Oh no.
Sometimes oh no is a nice way to say it. too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go, oh, never mind, I got it. All right, he's on the fill ball in the 10th box, last box of his game. And he's on a 2 pin, just puts 4 in the fill for 143 after 9, and he's got the 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, kind of a mess. A lambda plus 2. How do you like that? All right, he'll be open in the 10th, but that puts him at 150. Okay, we'll figure out what Tim will need to have a chance here. And a 9 box for Justin Waters closes out the championship round of the A-South Conference with a 152 game.
658 total.
658 total.
Timmy's gonna need a 95 half to win and a 94 half to tie.
All right, so 94 would give him 168, right? Is that what he- Yeah, so he needs 168 to tie, 169 to win. He's got a 74 half, so as you said, he needs that 90 something half. So first of all, he's on a 3 pin. He drops 7. He's got the 1, 2, 4. Needs marks all the way through. There's one.
There you go.
I mean, I'm just guessing, but I think he probably needs 4 or 5 points.
Couple strikes wouldn't hurt.
So if I was betting on somebody to put up a 90-plus half, this is one of the guys that'll do it.
This would be one of them.
Absolutely. If there's anybody that can.
Yeah.
On the fill. Wow, look at that action. Puts 8 in the fill.
Got a chance here.
He's got some favorable wood. He's got the 2 and the 10 with wood in front. Is that the 2 or the 4? Am I mistaken?
That is decent.
4 pin. 410. 92 after 6. Send it over. Oh my goodness.
I think that's exactly where he wanted it to.
Maybe a little hard. I think if you threw a little softer ball, it wouldn't have flown as far. All right, 9 box. 101 after 7. 3 boxes to go. And he's got to come up with about 60-some pins right now. 3 boxes.
Throwing strikes.
Need a couple
If he's down
strikes.
on a hole, I don't know if it's going to be safe. Anything's possible to me. That's a good ball.
Going.
All right, he needs this mark, and then he needs double strike probably. So that's the.
The piece of wood is close to being on the line.
I'm not sure I like that
You want me
wood.
to check it, Timmy?
All right, so Dan's going to go down and check to see if that wood's still in play. It's really critical because I'm not sure that angle looks great, but he says it's good. All right, so he's at the.
It's not a great angle, but I think you have to play it.
Wow!
What a shot!
Wow. Casually walks that off like, yeah, that was easy. No big deal. Spare in the 8th. 111 plus a ball. He needs strike. Really needs to strike out here. That's gonna do it. That probably does it. I haven't done the math, but that probably does it. But 7 in the fill, 118 after 8, and a 2, 4, 6. That's a good bid on it. Open in the 9th, and
Justin Waters is going to be your A-South winner.
and a 10 box, 128 after 9. 1 box to go. He's mathematically eliminated, but he's got a box to finish up.
Couple fantastic competitors to
Absolutely.
win a match.
And Tim throws a great ball, but he's got the castle right. Hope he doesn't blame me for that.
Yeah, no luck this last half. He's
No.
been all over the pocket.
Yeah.
No luck at all. Had a great season.
And there's a spare. What a shot to close it out. 138 plus this ball. Probably going to be over 140. He's throwing a really good game too. I see a lot of splits up there. And spread eagle minus a 10 pin. Tim Douglas closes at 143, and the winner of today's match is Justin Water, who will be the A-South Conference champion, going ahead to face Keith Beaupre in the ACST-A Division champion. Oh, well, I'm going to get harassed by some friends before we close out here. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today, and great match. And watch for the championship round. Thank you. Live mic. Was that? Did that go well?
Yeah,
That worked well with 3.
I think so.
3 of us. It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you.